What if the universe didn't just start, but is evidence of booting up the matrix? In this video, we're going to look at the Big Bang and the possibility that it could provide evidence that we live in a simulation. Now, before the Big Bang, the universe was sitting dormant. Some say it was condensed to the size of a tennis ball and it was like a quadrillion degrees. And an explosion happens and we have the beginning of space and time. What breaks your brain is this foundational core was not sitting in space. Space didn't exist. So what was before the Big Bang? If you ask a physicist, they'll talk about things like dark energy, dark foam, which are just about as understandable as something existing without space and time that created space and time. If you ask a theologian, they will say God created it, which many people will say, what created God? What was before God? Obviously, our minds have the constraints of time, and so we have to have the beginning and we have to have an end. But one possible explanation of the beginning is that the Big Bang was actually just the booting up of a program. What is the program? It is all the laws of the universe. This is Max Tegmark. He's an MIT cosmologist, and he says the strict laws of nature, physics, and different things point to the likelihood that we live in a simulation. In fact, science, philosophy, mathematics, spirituality, it is all our attempt to decode the coding that operates the simulation. People often describe mathematics as the language of the universe. What if it's just the coding? We are just trying to re-engineer the simulation that we live within. Well, hear me out. What if the fact that the smartest people in our world right now, they look at the beginning of the universe and all they can say is, I don't know. There's just evidence that there was a massive explosion where space and time began to exist from that. Hear me out. If the Sims somehow came conscious, wouldn't that be akin to them just being like, listen, we don't know why we're here. We just know one day somebody turned something on, fired up the old Xbox, and now we exist. And I just want to note really quickly, the fact that a lot of people who believe in simulation theory are also staunch atheists, I think is a little bit contradictory because it's not mutually exclusive. I mean, why would it have to be that either God created this or we're in a simulation? God could be the source of the simulation. But what if the start of all of this is just him pressing that power button and turning it on?